Hi guys, welcome back to the Player YouTube channel, and today, well, we've got a really lovely car to show you. It's the C220D 4MATIC AMG line from Mercedes-Benz, and I think you'll agree this particular car in red looks rather stunning. Let's get it out on the road, let's get inside it, and let's tell you guys all about it and whether it's worth spending the money on this fabulous car. Let's check out under the bonnet what this car actually has inside its heart, its body. Well, this is the 2-litre diesel engine, and it's a 4-cylinder engine, and all of the new 4-cylinder engines, and I do stress the word new because they are all new engines, all come with exactly the same configuration, apart from the 2 petrol versions, which you can check out online or with your local dealer. This particular 2-litre diesel engine has 194 brake horsepower, and that will develop around 400 Newton meters of torque. Top speed on this, 144 mile an hour. It's no slouch, and getting to 0 to 60 is around 7.4 seconds. Urban economy, well, Mercedes are telling us around 56 miles to the gallon. Let's get in the car and check that statistic out. Okay, so let's take a look around the AMG line's noticeable differences. And one of the first things you're going to notice is these new lovely sweeping LED tail lights. Additionally, we've got 19-inch diamond cut alloys, and these are sporting some rather nice winter tyres that Mercedes have put on for the winter use. At the front here, well, not a lot of change apart from these amazing LED lights, but we'll talk more about them in detail later on in the video. The only real noticeable difference at the front, apart from this lovely grille, is the chrome strip at the bottom, but apart from that it's pretty much the same as the old car. So round at the back of the C220, it obviously has some really nice dynamic AMG styling. You've got the twin exhaust down here, you've got that sort of low carbony style bit at the back. It does look really nice. Little roof spoiler on the top as well. The 220 comes, as you would expect, with an electronic tail lift. Inside the car itself, when the seats are down, you've got a maximum load space of around about 1600 litres, which is pretty good to say the least. Under here, instead of having a space saver, you get, sadly, just a puncture repair kit, which I'm always going on about this. If you do ding a tyre or a wheel and you can't use that wheel, you're going to have to call out the rescue services, which is a shame because a car of this magnitude and price, you should have a space saver in there. It does have a rather nice plastic, I'm afraid, chrome piece at the back here, which is a scuff guard. That's not going to last 5 minutes. Inside, over the back here, we have a 12-volt adapter and a couple of floppy areas that you can put bits and pieces and maybe put a bag of shopping. There aren't any shopping bag holders here, so again it's letting itself down a little bit on your average daily usage. Here we have a lovely button, and here we have a lovely button, and those buttons, which are fantastic, will actually push the seats down for you in one easy go, as easy as that. And this side as well, and there, as you can see, we have almost 1600 litres of boot space. Now, this is where the problems start, because I know I'm always going on about these parcel shelves, but this particular one is probably one of the most difficult to get in and out that I've ever experienced. And on top of that, there is nowhere to put it once you've got it out. So once it's out, it's got to go in as main part of the hold here. It's big and it's almost flat. It's just not perfect. Okay, let's check inside at the back for the passengers, which is probably the most important area because you want to keep your passengers happy. Plenty of leg room. They've even shaped the seats in the way that you would expect them to be shaped to give you that extra bit of knee room. Bags and bags of height in here as well due to the two big panoramic sunroofs as well, which is lovely. In the centre here you've got independent heated controls with the adjustment to turn them up or down, but there isn't anything to change the temperature, which still has to be done by either the driver or the passenger at the front. Underneath there's a little clip down here. There's a 12-volt adapter, but yet again there are no USB adapters, which is a shame really. In the centre we got a very, very large tunnel, and that makes it very difficult to climb over. However, the middle passenger seat is reasonably comfortable. I personally wouldn't want to sit here for more than about half an hour, 40 minutes though. It's not good with your legs spread apart like that, especially at my age. You get the AMG styled mats as well, which are rather nice. You also get Isofix points on either side, and you get a nice centre armrest here. Inside there is a great little place for your knickknacks and bits and pieces. One of the nicest things here are the cup holders, which you push like that and they just pop out. Rather neat, and they tuck away so, and so does that. I mean, yeah, just summing up in the back here, it's quite comfortable. There's quite a bit of leg room. I'd sit in there. It's not too bad. Let's get round the front, check it out. Here we are up front, and it's a rather pleasant place to be. I know I moaned a little bit about the thickness of the steering wheel, but just over here there is a nice heated steering wheel, so it might be thick, but it's going to keep your hands warm. Speaking of heating, you've got the heated seat button over here. It's got 3 different levels, and these, although they're not fully electronic, and I moaned about that, they are AMG styled seats and they're rather comfortable. The car itself, well, the finish, as you would expect, is impeccable. It's really nicely done. You've got this lovely black ash finish here. You've got a beautiful analog clock. Do love an analog clock. And this piano black finish around each of the dials. This is your heating control system here. And each one of these buttons has been nicely knurled. It's just all put together really nicely. Like these vented systems, as you open them, you hear a little click. It's really, you know, just little touches like that that I think make a Mercedes. Now, we talked about the mouse pad here and the overall knurl button, which I prefer using. I'm not a great lover of this mouse button. I find it very difficult, but let's start the car up and just show you a couple of the bits and pieces on the car. First thing I really want to show you is the home screen, which does look pretty spectacular. So it comes up like this. You push a home button down here, and then you've got over here, you've got navigation, you've got the DAB radio. You go on to the media section here. Telephone's all built in. You've even got an in-car office. You've got an iConnect there, vehicle statistics, and you can go into the system and set it up as well. While the engine's running, we can look at some of the modes. So we've got a sport mode, which comes up here, and you can set that here. There's a Sport Plus, and that's already preset. Then you can go into your individual mode. You can actually set this yourself, and it's very, very easy to do. There is a comfort mode, so that will come up in the blue. Each one's got a different colour. Eco obviously goes green. And then over here you've got your flappy paddles, so if you want to go into full manual mode on your individual setting, you can do that too. Great bits and pieces on the wheel. You've got your cruise control over here, you've got a speed limiter. I mean, this thing is just ram-packed with everything. I want to show you a little bit more, so let's get out on the road and I'll show you some of the little features that it's got, some of the safety features and just some of the driving aids that you get with this car. Let's go and check it out. This car is amazing out on the road. It's quiet, it's powerful, especially when you've got it in the Sport Plus mode. But at the same time, these AMG styled seats are just so comfortable, they really hug you. Fuel economy wise, again, I'm blown away. It says on the paperwork 56 to the gallon, that's what Mercedes say. I'm getting 51 to the gallon, guys, come on. I mean, that's pretty good. well within the 10%. And even on the urban I was getting 32, 33. So combined, that's just amazing. Price wise, I think this is well within most people's budget. The car itself starts around £40,000. This one we're testing at the moment, it's got a few extras on it, comes in at 48 grand. Check out online, there are tons and tons of deals on some great finance deals. Just have a look online. Not even something I'd even worry about if I was buying a car like this. There are a couple of extra bits on this. First of all, the safety features. Let's talk about that. We've got lane departure on lane departure. I'm pointing to the mirrors. Lane departure. You've got blind spot mirrors on the mirrors. You've got lane departure system here. You've also got an in-town traffic sensor as well. And there are numerous other bits and pieces which I won't bore you with, but I'm sure you can ask whoever gives you a test drive. We'll run through those with you. Air suspension on this model as well, which is quite unique. The good thing about that is, one, you get a fantastic comfortable ride, but two, you can adjust the air suspension using a button here on the center console. So if you do have to pop off road for a bit to collect the horse box or maybe drive across a field, I don't know, but you can raise it up by about an inch and a half and it will take up that slack, so to speak. I'm loving driving the car. It's a proper driver's car as well. You could drive for hours and hours in this car. So there are so many bits and pieces to find on the car, and it is very, very intuitive. I love the fact that Mercedes have made this a driver's car and not just pop down the shops type of car. So check it out, guys. If you enjoy watching these reviews, we have plenty of others. Cars you may not be interested. Go to AJ the Player and you can either subscribe or just have a browse through some of the videos that we do. Like, comment and subscribe. I always have to say that. Always appreciate the comments. I'm AJ the Player. You've been watching me. Thank you for your time, and next week another car. Could be another Mercedes. Catch you later, guys.